What's up, everybody? So I'm out for a drive running errands, and I was thinking to myself, you know, a lot of people struggle with so many different things, like finding happiness, finding purpose, relationships, addictions. But what if I said there's something you could be addicted to that would cover every aspect of your life? Relationships, purpose, happiness, whatever. Is being addicted to discipline. Creating a routine for yourself that you follow strictly, and you set boundaries, meaning nobody can mess with your schedule. You stay on it. Now, is it okay to alter your schedule? Meaning, if your routine strictly says only work out in the morning, and then that day you have something important to do for your kids in the morning, so you end up working out later in the day. I mean, that's still discipline. All you did was shuffle some things, and you still kept people in your life happy. And I think what happens is people, they may start out disciplined. They may have a game plan and they're following it and everything seems smooth, but then someone comes along, or a family event comes along, or something happens that knocks you off of your game. And then you forget not only how far you've come, but you forget who you are. And you forget how hard you have been working, you know? And sometimes you just got to remind your damn self who the hell you are. You know, for a long time, like even though I'm not successful, like I don't consider myself successful in terms of what the world looks at, but I am successful. I'll tell you why. I'm successful because I'm able to be happy when I'm broke. Do I complain? Hell yeah. Talk to my wife. I complain. I might bitch a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But that's just venting. And at the end of the day, I know what my assignment is, and I know exactly what I need to do. The reason I can do that is because I actually am happy. Like, I'm a happy individual. I've been through a lot of shit, and despite all of that shit, I'm still here. I'm still able to keep trucking. And for some reason, that thought alone makes me happy. Because a lot of people in my position statistically would have been knocked out, statistically would have given up, you know? And so when I look at that and I compare, and it's the only time I compare, is there are statistics out there for like when people grow up like this, they generally don't do this, you know? Well, when I say that, I mean, when I compare to those types of stats, I wasn't supposed to make it. I wasn't supposed to be happy. I wasn't supposed to have a chance. I wasn't supposed to have 3 businesses. I wasn't supposed to be in a position where I have a lovely wife. Like, I thought forever, I don't even deserve love or happiness. I don't deserve to be acknowledged. That's why women aren't looking at me that way. That's why the only women I could pull was just for sex, you know? But here's a woman that looks at me like I'm the only man that ever existed. And I truly feel that everything I've been doing for the past 5 years, going to the gym every day, you know, doing steps, wearing freaking weighted vests, talking to a lot of people, doing the podcast, starting, you know, the chicken wing business, and the coaching and the landscaping, and, you know, look, it might seem, and even music. And it might seem like, oh, you're doing too much. You're not going to be able to, you know, and maybe there is a little ounce of truth to that. But I'm getting my hands dirty. There's people out there, their hands have been clean their whole life. They haven't taken a shot yet. They refuse to take a risk. They won't ask that girl out. They won't ask that man out if you're a woman. Or today, the trans community. It don't matter who you are. We need to develop more courage within ourselves to take those shots. You know, and that's what it's about. Take a shot in the dark just to hear the gun go off. That's all you want. Just take a shot in the dark. It doesn't have to be the winning shot. And that's the thing. People are afraid to take a shot because they want the winning shot. They only want to take a shot if it's going to be successful. And it's funny how people put like happiness, it's like it's conditional. Like I'll be happy if I get this. I'll be happy if I get that. Let me tell you something. You can be happy even without those things. Because once you get those things, it's never going to end if that's your mentality. You're going to get the thing that you said you would be happy if you had it. Once you have it, you're going to be like, all right, on to the next thing. You know, people think they're going to be happy when they have a brand new car, you know, a nice flashy Suburban or whatever the hell they got going on. Well, guess what? A lot of people are paying dearly for their happiness with their credit card. So don't ever look at somebody like, damn, they're above me and all this and that. No, they're paying for those toys. They're paying for that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? They're paying for it. So this is what I want people to focus on. Reality. Okay? A fantasy world is a world that you choose to live in, but it's not the world you actually live in. You can sit there, play the game of comparison with every person that you see. You know, they got a good job that they've held down for 30 years. Maybe you went through an experience that they never have. For example, when COVID happened, a lot of people made a moral decision to not follow through with getting their vaccine or whatever you want to call it. Now, this isn't a video about that per se. What it is raising awareness for what we're doing and owning it. So that was a pivotal moment. A lot of people lost their job, and for the first time in 20, 30 years, they had to choose. They had to make a tough choice. They had to go a certain direction that they've never seen before, and they were terrified, right? And I think the point I'm trying to make is sometimes we go through loss of a job and it's so traumatizing, but it's that traumatization that puts us through the ringer and forces us to have to dig deep, find something else, and seek purpose, which we probably didn't have at that point in our lives, right? So I want to make it clear to you. I will take the guy that went through a bad situation and struggled. Sorry, I'm approaching a construction zone. I would take the guy that went through a bad situation, or the person that went through a bad situation 10 times in a row over the person that never faced hardships in his life. Okay? So I just want people to understand, man, there is levels to this game. And if you can find a way to be happy at any level you're at, you won the game already. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to choose you. And that's the cool thing, y'all. Life is hard. It's always going to be hard. And there's nothing we can do about that. If it was going to be easy, it wouldn't even be interesting, y'all. You know what makes it fascinating and fun is the fact that it's hard. That's what makes it fun and happy and fascinating. So what I want for people to do, okay, I'm going to pull over right now. What I want people to do is understand life is filled with choices. When you make a series of said choices, you have to live by those choices. But the cool thing is those choices will always belong to you. So, as I said, life is hard. Choose your heart. Choose your level of heart. It could be the hardest life for you because of the choices you're making. Or it could be an enjoyable, easier life because you chose to do the hard things, get them out of the way, build something like momentum, because that's the biggest thing. Everything I'm doing right now is all about the word momentum. I started something. It took a death. It took some painful shit. It took some horrible teardrops, hardships, pain and suffering to go through for me to still be on this journey. When I started, I had nothing. I had no happiness, no success, no purpose, no real friends, nothing to stand with, to stand by, nothing to be proud of. I know there's a lot of people out there just like me. They had nothing, and now they have something. And that something is bigger than themselves. And so momentum is your best friend. And you create the momentum through discipline. Find a way to be addicted to discipline so it can benefit you. You get happiness, you get purpose, you get fulfillment, and you get what you want out of life. We're not always going to do that. It's not always going to be that easy. But right now, I'm in a good place. I want y'all to reflect on these words and see if they can help you in any way, shape, or form. Just know, I'm back in the game. I'm doing some things that I ain't done in a while. And I'm very happy with myself. So find a way for you to be happy with yourself as well. You know, I am 40 years old, and I can say with confidence, I absolutely love being in my skin. Do you love being in your skin? And here's a question for you to reflect upon to attach to this whole video. Who would you be if you were happy? I'm gonna let you sit on that. I love y'all.